California Paranormal Private Investigation. It's kind of a long name, but a lot of my team is here.
Yay!
And we're based out of the Inland Empire of California. We also have a Northern California branch as well as a Western Montana branch now. So we are branching out a little bit. My talk is on breaking the myths of the paranormal. I know a lot of you probably already know most of this, but some of it is maybe eye-opening, hopefully. CPPI Calpera was founded in 2006. That's kind of when we started. We were a group called Inland Empire Paranormal Investigators, which has about 125 people. And we got so many requests for private investigations at homes that we just decided to branch off and make a whole separate team for that. So we took the best people out of IDPI and put them into Calpera. And almost everybody who's been through our team has gone through all the training and everything through IDPI. So we also mentor high school students as well as university students. They are from UC Riverside, so we have a lot of fun doing that as well. We've been seen on A&E's My Ghost Story, CBS, ABC, various newspapers throughout California and Arizona. I'm also not the founder of this group. I actually worked my way up from just being an assistant, and our founder left twice, so I kind of had to take over. One of the myths is that you have to investigate at night. That's not really true. We investigate at all hours. I like my sleep, so we kind of start a little bit earlier than most. But this EVP was captured during the day on a cemetery walk that we had. What's kind of sad is that the investigator who's speaking in this EVP passed away about a month ago. Not sure if you understand that, but I personally believe that spirits probably can't hurt you. But I don't know if you guys have heard about the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas, where Tony and Deborah Pickman lived in this home for 18 months and believed that this little girl was coming to them in their house. And they asked on this note, you can't read it too well right here, but it says, "Hello Sally, how old are you?" And you can see 7 here. They left out crayons, and that's what was drawn on there the next morning. So the spirit tried to tell them that she was 7 years old. Spirits can and will lie if they want, and I kind of tell people to be a little bit suspicious about child spirits, only because we've run into situations where we think that it wasn't a child at all; it was something else. And this actually happened to him, Tony Pickman, in that home. I think what they were doing is they were bringing people in to investigate. They lived there years ago, like 20 years ago. And they would occasionally bring people back to investigate, and this is what happened to him during an investigation. Now again, I don't know if I believe that, but it's not all fun and games either. So you just have to be really, really careful. A lot of people think that a place is haunted because of a death or a tragedy. And, it doesn't really have to be. National and state parks, if you ask them if the place is haunted, they'll say mostly no, and because nobody ever died here. That's their typical answer. We went to Scotty's Castle in Death Valley. That was the same answer. Point Loma Lighthouse in San Diego, that was the same answer. And then also at Hoover Dam. People died making Hoover Dam. How can they say nobody died there? So I find it kind of funny that is their actual official reason. But a place can be haunted because someone in the past simply liked it there. You know, we all talk about the place that we want to go to after we pass away. Where, you know, think about where you would like to be. It could be their happy place. If you go to an investigation and somebody's there, they might be there because they want to be there. We run into situations where it was the original owner of the house. Maybe he built the house. So, you know, coming in and saying, we're going to make you leave and that sort of thing, we're not really big on that because, you know, they might be in their happy place. What about the happiest place on earth? You guys have heard about that place being haunted like crazy, right? I think a lot of people have decided to make that their eternal happy place. Batteries draining. A lot of people talk about, hey, you know, my batteries drain all the time. Change them out, use them at a different location or a different time, but don't throw them away. Batteries also malfunction a lot. We run into that quite a bit. And depends on the brand and quality of batteries. Batteries at a dollar store are $1 for a reason. We've observed over and over again. A lot of people in California think that their homes built on ancient burial ground. Not really the case. Favorite investigations? Gosh, there's like a ton, but the Queen Mary in Long Beach, Star of India in San Diego. Gettysburg. Yeah, Gettysburg was pretty cool. And then going back to old school, possible spirit detection, using a compass, string, baby powder, all that kind of stuff. You know, the gadgets are cool, but you know, going old school like this too will also work, especially if you're on a tight budget. These are just tips on an investigation. I'm not really going to go through that because I don't want to like pound it into everybody. But you know, when you're using a flash, let everybody know. And tag noises when you hear them on a recorder. And then when you take a photo, take at least 2. A lot of people will say, hey, you know, I got this really weird photo. They'll show it to me. I don't know what happened before that photo or after that photo. You know, so having a few of them to compare is kind of nice. Authenticity of ghost photos, and Sid actually touched on some of that. Do your homework on a photo, you know, check it out. We get photos all the time sent to us. Most of them are orbs. Others are probably long exposure. One time we were sent a photo of a little ghost girl, and I'm like, wow, that's, you know, kind of crazy. That pictures look really awesome. And then I got another picture with the same little ghost, and then another picture with the same little ghost, and realized they had phone apps now to do that. So, luckily, I think most of us have seen all of those, but I haven't seen one in a long time come through. So I actually have to buy those apps so I know what those ghosts look like. If you can find, and I actually don't know of what software could do this, because we use somebody that checks this out, but pixel count, if you can check the pixel count on a photo all the way across the board, it should all be the same, all throughout the photo. If it's not, then that photo's been altered. We have somebody as a consultant that checks that stuff. He's got some crazy forensic, super black ops software that he's got. And he actually checks that stuff for us. And a lot of people's photos that they've submitted online are false. And they're supposed to be reputable people. And I'm not going to call them out ever, but it's kind of sad to even know that people in this field will actually do that.
Have you come across any like legit ones?
Yeah, and it's stuff that we just can't explain or anything like that. They've done. A lot of people work in film in this field. We'll be taking submissions for that. If anybody wants to go, you can always contact me for more information. But this year it'll be in June, and it'll be in Rialto, California. Did you have a question?
I think so. Back on your first slide, you said you want to be respectful to ghosts and stuff like that. Theoretically, if you want like activity or something, wouldn't you kind of want to provoke them and get them going or something?
It depends on the place. You know, if you're in a prison, you know, and that kind of place, not an active or not a current prison, but
yeah.
You know, we've been to the one at in Virginia City. and provoked and got scratched.
Really?
You know, that kind of stuff. But I think it would depend on the place. You know, in a place like that, you know, it's probably fine. But, you know, when we go into homes,
Yeah, and there's people cameras
yeah,
there.
we don't want the activity to come out and start being aggressive, you know, towards the people who are living there.
Yeah.
Because, you know, on TV, they get to go home, you know, after a couple of days. They don't have to worry about the location. And I've actually talked to several people, like caretakers of places, after, say, Ghost Adventures have been there or something. And they're like, yeah, I got like super crazy for a few days.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, it happens. But, and then I go around, you know, apologizing. Sorry they were like that to you. But, that's our team. Photo's a little bit old because some of those people have left now. But, yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm talking.
For those that are interested in ghost hunting, just want to say, we want you to have fun and kind of explore around. This is kind of open to everybody to walk around and see what you can get. If there's a room door closed, please don't bother us. Please don't get involved. If there may be some of you guys that might want to open up your rooms to let people investigate, please do. So just enjoy yourself, just go on over there, explore, and have a good time.
Ready for